For 34 seasons, Kay Yow was at the heart of the sidelines for NC State women's basketball. Yow won 737 games and guided her team to 4 ACC tournament championships. Her efforts also landed her a spot as one of the few women inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2000. Even with all her victories, Yow thought developing her players as people was just as important to her success. Longtime assistant Stephanie Glantz, who is now the executive director of the Kay Yow Cancer Fund, remembers Yow as someone who genuinely cared in the development of her players.
It was never just about winning the next game or recruiting the next All-American. It was really about developing people and helping people grow as human beings and really preparing them for life.
Yow's passion for helping her players, as well as her love of the X's and O's, helped her become one of the most beloved women's basketball coaches in the country. She was admired so much by other coaches that Glantz remembers they gained a few more Wolfpack fans in their 1998 run to the Final Four.
We were total underdog, and it was going to be Coach Yow's first Final Four appearance, and it was almost like a nation of coaches in women's basketball were pulling for her.
Although Yow faced many strong opponents on the court, her toughest battle came against cancer. Yow was first diagnosed with breast cancer in 1987, but battled back to help Team USA win the gold medal at the 1988 Summer Olympics. Yow held off the disease for nearly 2 decades before it came back in 2006. After a 16-game absence, Yow came back on the court to rally the Wolfpack to the Sweet 16. Glantz recalls 2 special games that season that showed Yow's enduring passion for the game.
We were at the final regular season game. We were playing North Carolina. North Carolina was ranked number 2 in the country at that time. The court was going to be named Kay Yow Court that night, and it was senior night, and we had 7 seniors. And the day before, she was carried out on a stretcher in an ambulance from Reynolds Coliseum from practice because she was having such major issues from the chemo, and nobody knew if she was going to be at the game the next day. And at 4 o'clock that afternoon, she was released, and she was able to be at the game and be in the locker room and coach the game. And we played it was just above and beyond, and we ended up winning the game. And then a week later, we beat number 1 Duke, and undefeated at that time, and picked to win a national championship. We beat them in the ACC tournament.
Yow would coach for nearly 2 more seasons before she passed away from stage 4 breast cancer in January 2009. In the wake of Yow's passing, Glantz took the reins of the NC State program. While Glantz tried to instill Yow's lessons into her coaching, her main goal was to maintain business as usual in Raleigh.
At no point in time would we ever try to veer from the same practices, the same preparation, same approach that Coach Yow had, and we were very aware none of us were Kay Yow, so we were just simply trying to be the best substitutes that we could be.
Since 2009, the Kay Yow Cancer Fund has raised over $5 million to fight women's cancers. The program created Play for Kay games, where teams at different levels of women's basketball will donate proceeds from certain games to the Kay Yow Cancer Fund. Glantz feels that the organization is still growing and still building its fight against women's cancers.
We can take the Cancer Fund to the next level, and Coach Yow had a goal of $5 million a year that we would raise, and we haven't reached that goal yet, and we feel like that's a very realistic goal. And so in the next 3 to 4 years, we want to reach that goal and then continue to grow it from there.
One of Yow's popular phrases was, "When life kicks you, let it kick you forward." With Yow's enduring legacy as a pioneer for women's basketball and her perseverance in her battles against cancer, both NC State and the Kay Yow Cancer Fund look to keep growing with Yow's lessons and passion in mind. Tim Scott, Z89 Sports.